Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. This is another edition here of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. You got Joey D coming in hot. You got Mikey V coming in hot as well. The biggest Diego Pava fan maybe in the country.
Are you an Ohio State guy or are you a Vanderbilt guy now?
And we have fireworks. We are
Joe, let me
out of
ask
the
you something.
game.
Joe, let me ask you
There
something. You
we
root for
go.
guys that aren't on your team or no?
I don't buy their jerseys and
Did I buy
promote
this
it like
jersey?
they're
Did
my
I buy the
guy.
jersey or was the jersey sent to me?
I mean, you talk about the guy so much, he obviously sent you the jersey. That's great. I'm not opposed to him. Mikey, you're an avid Ohio State guy, and
This
I
has
see
nothing
you
to do
in
with
Vanderbilt
Ohio.
colors more frequently lately than I see you in the crimson red of Ohio.
It's really unbelievable.
Scarlet red, not crimson red. Crimson's
Sorry.
Alabama.
Oh.
No ball, dog. No ball.
Sorry,
You don't know
sorry.
ball, Joe.
Scarlet.
You don't know ball.
I thought the Scarlet
Don't
Knights
know
were the
ball.
Rutgers.
Yeah, scarlet and gray is Ohio State. Crimson Tide.
Why is it called the Scarlet Knights? And is that
I don't know, Joe. I'm not the charter for Rutgers, so I don't know why it's.
By the way, I gotta get something off my chest. I was talking to Jay yesterday. The mascots and like the names for college football, it's all ass backwards. Like a crimson tide is an elephant. No, Auburn is like a screaming eagle, but they're also a tiger.
But
like all these things are fucking bizarre.
Their rally cry is War Eagle.
But before we come at mascots,
let me ask you something. Where do you get your balls? Let me ask you a question. Where do you get your balls to come in and want to change hundreds of years of tradition at these universities?
I just wondering.
Where do you get your balls? I just want to know where you get off coming in and wanting to change the history of all these universities. It boggles my mind.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay. All right.
Wow. That's fair. A crimson tide is what, an elephant?
Roll Tide roll. Yeah.
I just asking the question makes no sense, and there's a lot of them. I could go through.
We come at mascots. Let's remember, Mikey V has Brute the mascot tattooed.
Brutus.
Oh, that's Brute. He's got Brutus. He's got Brutus. Although man. Joey D did with jerseys, Joey D had the hockey run with jerseys where he was wearing whatever game he was going to.
It was a Celsius jersey, Bob. I'm not going to get back.
The pot is always calling the kettle black. Dude.
It was
Celsius. The level of hypocrisy on this podcast has reached exponential proportions.
I've never shown up on this podcast wearing a different jersey other than a Packers.
Well, Joe, that's why I am who I am, and you are who you are, pal. I'm going to wear a jersey next. In fact, I'm going to wear a jersey every episode now for the rest of football season because of you. Thank you. You've been my inspiration. Now it's going to be a football jersey every week. Cheers.
He said it was a Celsius jersey.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They set him up nice though. They set you up nice over there.
Oh, it was tremendous.
Good box.
Red carpet.
Let me tell you, those boxes hit different, man. They really do.
Yeah, they do, D man. Yeah, they absolutely do. Coming off the breezy invitational, Mikey.
We missed you, Mikey.
How was it? How was it, boys?
It's not the same without you, dude.
It was good. It was really, really good. But honestly, it was so fucking hot.
Dude, it's hot everywhere, bro. It's gonna be 100 degrees in a lot of places today. It's crazy.
It was to where I was drinking a good amount. It just sometimes when it's so hot, it just goes right through you to where you can't even get a good buzz going.
Felt like New York was pretty hot too, no? This was hotter, I'm sure, because you're south.
Oh,
but New York was hot.
New York was hot, but this I think because everybody was even talking. We had a guy go down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I gotta be careful.
The guy dropped, man.
I told everybody in my hole to stay hydrated. I brought extra waters.
Good for you, Joe.
Unbelievable.
Extra
why do we gotta bring it to that? As if now it looks as if I'm at my hole not telling people to be hydrated.
I mean, the safety of the participants has to be clearly the number one priority of all at hand. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. You're taking it as a shot. I'm not taking a shot.
But wouldn't you take it as a shot, Mikey? As if my whole
Joe is the king of saying something so fucking insulting and then just saying it's not a shot. It's not a shot. Yeah. He's the king of that. That's what he does.
I got to be the most misinterpreted person in the world. I never once.
That is the sick part. Is that's also true.
I never once said Bob didn't tell his fucking people on his hole. He's taking it like that. I just said it was very hot, which is why I told everybody on my hole to stay
So,
hydrated.
are you
and then
making-
it gets absolutely
Are you making a pretzel
transformed.
Are you making a pretzel accusation?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
I never
Good.
once said that anybody didn't do their part. I just said, yes, it was really hot. I brought extra waters on my hole. I said, make sure you stay hydrated, guys. By the way, the have-a-days were flowing too, which is great. But I was just saying, like, it was a hot fucking day.
Tell you what
And-
else is hot? The start of this pod. Very hot start.
Very hot.
Very hot start.
That's what you get in the morning pods. That's what you get in the morning pods. Something to discuss, by the way, is the committee
Oh,
last week.
yeah, we suck. Man.
God,
I should never have
absolutely.
taken back on my pick. I'm overthinking things way too much with these top fives.
You know what it is, though? I feel like even though the committee is spineless, and we most certainly are spineless, we're jellyfish.
Spineless.
No, we are. We're
It's
spineless.
yeah, no, Joe.
We're
It has
spineless.
been.
But
It's-
I'll say this: like we went hand up immediately on how spineless we were. It's not like we were like, well, you know, the committee made a decision, and we know how. We legitimately said it in the podcast. We said we suck. We're terrible. We're assholes. We're spineless. I feel as though you can't really get mad at that. We just needed more solutions. Don't come to us with problems. Come to us with the solution. If you give us the solution, we'll take it into account.
yeah, but Joseph's got his hand up. Just go ahead.
Well, no, I just like to say this is a situation where, in fact, you know, you as somebody who looks into a situation that you're not a part of, it's a lot easier to say, oh, these guys are terrible. Like, if you look at the government and say the government's awful, they can't do their job. When you go into the government and you try to do the job that they do, it's a lot harder than people would realize. So somebody just looking at the committee, say the committee's awful, they don't know. Once you're in the committee, it's a lot harder to handle said situations than people realize. Anybody can just say, oh, they're terrible. They're doing a terrible job.
Yeah,
I'm not
Joe,
disagreeing.
that analogy's wild, though. This is the Brilliantly Dumb Show podcast. You're comparing us to the Supreme Court justice. I mean, that's just the.
I'm just saying, I'm using it as an analogy,
Hey,
Michael.
Joe,
That it's a lot easier
Mikey's
to say that these
misunderstood.
guys.
He is.
Misunderstood. You're
I'm
misinterpreting.
saying it's a lot easier for somebody to say these guys can't do it, like they're terrible at what they're doing. But if you actually are in some of these situations, it's not always easy.
I don't think people are saying. I don't think people are saying we're terrible at what we do. I think people are. I think they're saying that the committee, when it comes to having to make a decision on the show, when it comes to vetoing and top 5 rules and regulations, I think people they're not satisfied with the way we rule. And I have no issue with people voicing their opinion. In fact, it's a people-driven show. Our audience is our existence. So I would like to adapt some new rules and something to satisfy that need and maybe those suggestions, but I just don't know what's going to solve the problem. People say make the polls people say make the polls anonymous. They're like, when you post the polls, just do it choice 1, 2, and 3, and then the only people that know the list and who picked are the people that actually watch the pod and listen to the
for
pod.
that Bobo effect.
I see what's going
on. I'm listing the top
which,
suggestions.
which,
Bob, am I
by the-
wrong though? That
No.
suggested a lot.
But
I'm not
at the
trying
same
to.
time,
I'm
dude,
just.
that's not why they're upset at the committee, though. It's not. There's nothing.
They're
to
upset
do with
because
the
we don't
votes.
rule with an iron fist. We're very
Correct.
lax.
With their
Well,
upset
then
with-
maybe what we could do is maybe there's a fourth party in a situation.
We may have to
Jet.
phone a friend, like
a
Who Wants
Mike
to Be a
Berger
Millionaire.
or
Yeah.
a Jersey
Yeah.
Jerry or a Jet,
Yeah.
and they make the final decision as an objective, non-biased part of this group,
I
and
think
they-
Jet- I
what
think-
they say goes.
I think Jet may be the play because you're not going to find somebody more miserable and straightforward than he is.
Oh,
So
he
he
will
will.
rule with a
Yes,
fucking iron
that's what I'm
fist.
saying. It may
miserable for sure.
Be
Straightforward as well. I mean, straightforward as
out for blood.
out for blood. Yeah, I mean, maybe that is. By the way, with the Peking duck thing last week, in all honesty, full
Great play
transparency,
though. Really.
that was a bit. Like, that was a bit in the sense of I wanted to Peking. I knew exactly what I was going to do there. That's why I let Joe then go, because I
It's good
knew
to
I
know
was
that
gonna
my
do-
follies end up as Bob's fucking
It was a great bit.
masterpieces.
I'm surprised they carried that much weight for him, Joe. Because again, I was wondering if that would hit with the audience because like
It didn't hit with me in the
Peking-
past.
I'll put it to you this way. Like I said last week, I love Peking duck. I have never ordered Peking duck to go ever, like to
No,
take out, like
and when you
delivery,
said
Chinese
that,
food delivery. I've never done
All
that.
right, you got to get it there.
You got to get it there.
Yeah, that's understandable.
When you said that, that's what made me contemplate the pick.
I didn't mean to throw. I didn't really mean to get you off the pick. I didn't think you were going to be able to do it. And I voted
Well-
against it, but then you were like, "Oh, you gotta give here."
I banged myself.
Could've kept it, yes,
but
yes.
Joe went to the sweet and sour chicken, which wasn't a bad play though
Sweet and
either.
sour
That
pork.
Sweet and
sour
sour pork,
pork
Bob.
wasn't a
Sweet and sour
bad
pork,
play.
Bob.
You
People got
know?
on me about that chicken and broccoli too. Everyone was on the beef and broccoli
Well,
train.
beef and broccoli is better if you have good beef. I know what you were saying.
Dude, beef is sometimes with Chinese restaurants. I'm a little iffish.
Mikey's had a couple number one picks that have made you kind of think that I didn't see coming. Like I'm trying to think of what the chicken and broccoli for sure made me question. Like, I
I
thought
was
for
shocked
sure
at that.
I was too. And then what did I think Mikey's had a number one pick that we both were just shocked. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mikey?
I could list off like some of them, but I don't know which one specifically. I mean, listen, guys, it's I get my balls broken because the following is like, you're so fucking old. Like you pick,
Well,
and I can't argue with that. I am older probably
Well,
than
we're
most
the
people that
same
listen.
age.
Yeah, I know, Joe. It's just like, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's not an incorrect statement. You're right.
No,
We are the
it's-
same age.
So like we're not that old.
right.
Yeah, we're old, Joe.
I think so. No, we're not.
Maybe
old.
it's
I
just
think
like, I don't know. Maybe my mentality.
We're
I
not
have an
Gen
older.
Z, is what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
That's very true.
I think with Joey D, with people forget just like how old he is because he doesn't seem like Joe could be. You could tell me Joe's 50. You could tell me Joe's 25. I would believe. I'm serious. Jeff plays a game where like he'll go over the people that are the same age as Joe, and like Joe's the same age as Al Horford, which I think is incredible. I think of Al Horford and I think of Joe. You wouldn't think
Been in the
of
league a
Joe.
long time.
He's a veteran. He's a savvy. Veteran.
I think ice cream. When we did top 5 ice cream, Bob, and I picked vanilla at 1. I think you were upset about that. I think you were like, you were surprised with that. Maybe that was it. Because honestly, looking at the ones, there's
Joe,
really nothing recent.
But Joe backed you on that. There was one where me and Joe were shell shocked at a 1. I mean, the bagels. Was it your first bagel play?
No, I don't think it was. I mean, I took egg everything, but I don't think I took it at 1. And you guys were like, I think, whatever.
We'll have to go back and circle back.
Oh, I took plain at number 1 for bagel. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, that's a bad pick.
I had the third pick though. Plain is like a standard. If you're ordering bagels for a group, I feel like that's a standard.
I thought you were saying you had the first pick. If you had the first pick, maybe it's a little strange. But third pick,
okay.
I don't see anything.
I
wrong.
will give Mikey credit for this. Is that with his top 5s, he does just pick his shit. He doesn't try to appeal to the masses.
No, you can't. That's not.
No,
fun.
and I applaud that because I think that's the right move. Whereas not always the case with the rest of the parties.
You know what? I think I've been wiping the floor with the top 5, and I just can't.
I mean,
nobody could catch you.
I just can't get the tip of the cap. I just haven't got.
You're clearly in the first pot, Bob.
What do you mean,
sometimes
tip of the cap?
Just hey, you're doing good. It's either the audiences around me, and that I have the following around me.
I haven't said that in a long time.
Absolutely, you were saying it last week.
The bobble
What are you
effect.
saying?
Last week might as well be a million years ago. I'm going to say that Bob, you're doing a tremendous job. You're running away with the top 5s. I think the proof is in the pudding. You know what they say, Bob? First ballot Hall of Famers don't need to talk about their performances. Other people will talk about it for them. And I mean, that's what it is. Fair. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie. Me and Joe have some major soul.
What is it? Where are we at now?
The Beardown show tracker.
It's like 13.88, I think. 13.
No, I'm ahead of you. I think I have 9.
Okay, 13.98. You could be ahead of me by 10, but this guy's like ahead by fucking 15. It's sick.
No, he's ahead by, I think it's like 4 or 5. We definitely got to.
Why the fuck did you ask? The guy asked what were the
I don't know exactly.
I
don't know exactly, but we got to get on our schneid, Michael.
Bob, am I wrong?
Mikey, we got to get on.
The guy literally asked what the standings were. I try to tell him, and he's like, "No, that's not right." No, that's
well,
not
I don't know. I don't know the
no.
total. I know he's up a substantial. I don't know the total numbers.
The brilliantly dumb tracker, by the way. This guy's a dog, man.
Yes.
This guy don't stop.
By the way, you know what's crazy? And he was there at the Breezy yesterday. It's crazy to think that Bone, who's a huge part to the show, started by doing the Brilliantly Dumb Show account. And
look at Bone now. Bone's a superstar.
He's crushing.
Yeah, it's a high
on
trajectory.
the Twitch.
14.98, Joe.
All right.
14.98. All right,
We got to get on our
let's do it.
schneid.
Off the schneid.
You know, the thing with bone.
You get
that I
off the
appreciate-
schneid. When you're on the schneid, it means you're not doing shit. You got to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
off the schneid.
off the
Off the
schneid.
schneid.
I got to get that buzzer, Bob. I was thinking about getting a buzzer, and every time Joe does like a phrase wrong, a common phrase wrong, I just hit a buzzer and don't say anything. I was thinking about doing that.
I think that would be a great. I think that would be a great. Like
Joe, but I don't want to piss you off either, Joe. Like, I love you. I don't want you to get upset.
No one's getting pissed
he
off.
can
All right,
take
all
it.
right,
He can
all
take.
right.
You know what would be nice? A nice addition to the show, Michael, and I think you would be the right man for the job.
Go
Giving
ahead.
you like a soundboard. Like if you had a soundboard that you could play, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike,
if you know how to
Mike-
use a soundboard, it's pretty good.
If the fan came calling,
Here he goes
okay.
again with the fan, bro.
Do
Fan
you
fan
think,
was yesterday.
do
A
you,
nice shout out on the fan yesterday.
did you really?
Yeah, it was very
From
nice.
who? From
Very nice.
who?
Some guy called up talking about the Jets, and he goes, the first thing he goes, because a bunch of guys sent me the clip, he goes, first and foremost, got to shout out Beardown Cuz only subs for hammering the Jets money line in the under parlay.
On the fan?
Only subs brotherhood. Yeah, it was very cool.
Oh,
Very cool.
Mikey,
Very
that's
cool.
here. That
Very
is
cool.
right up your alley.
Yeah, it is on Sal and Sal Licata, Brandon Tierney show. Very good.
If the fan came calling, would you leave the Brentley Dumb show? They're like, we want you to work full time for us. You're
We
gonna
talking
do-
afternoon drive, Bob? We talking afternoon drive, or are we talking morning show?
Well, I feel like you
I'm certainly not leaving for like overnights or anything at night. That ain't never gonna happen.
would you take a morning show? Well, morning show you'd
Morning
like more
drive,
than the
like
afternoon
if they
drive.
were like, we're gonna fire Greg Giannotti and it's gonna be Mikey and Boomer in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh man.
you're
That
gone.
hits, Bob.
That's
That
okay. I
hits.
won't hold it against you.
That
You'd
hits.
be
Yeah,
gone.
that hits. I mean, I don't think I'd have to be gone. I could still record the pod.
No, but they're saying you got to go. Like this is
Bob
full time or
loves
not.
Why would
doing
they say that?
these. Bob loves putting up
He
these
loves doing this, man. He
situational.
does. He
Well, I
does.
like to say
Bob,
it.
I'm going to tell you this. They'd
You know
have
what
to
he
give me,
does?
they'd
By
have
the
to
way,
give me a
Mikey,
king's
no
ransom.
question.
They'd have to give me a king's
Yeah,
ransom.
that's a good
if I
answer.
do that.
All
They
right,
would.
all right. I'm not
He's
holding
gonna
it
want to see your
against you.
loyalty.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean, I think I've proven my loyalty over in spades. if I- if I'm
100%.
being-
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
questioning your loyalty by
All right,
any means.
all right.
What if it was the 2 to 10 slot?
No way. No way.
No
That's
chance.
No chance. No chance.
Good bag though. Good bag.
No, 2 to 10. First of all, who puts in an 8-hour radio shift? Like nobody.
No, he's
does.
saying in that time period.
No, I meant two.
no.
I meant the
Morning
8 hour.
morning drive would be a tough thing to say no to because that's like the driving force of New York sports fans. That's like everybody listens to the fan in the morning.
Yeah, that's
around
true.
here. They do.
Yeah, that is true.
Sick.
It's
People are
different.
very sick around here.
Different. But
When
the Brentley
Boomer
Dumb
kept
show's
talking about
worldwide.
Perez, that was hysterical.
Yeah,
they actually had him on.
Dude, they're upset. Greg Giannotti's obsessed with Perez. like he has a man crush on Perez because the way he talks about him, it's like, dude, it's like
Joe,
a
what was
little bizarre, but and Boomer's so cool about everything. He kind of plays the cool to Gio's like geekish kind of stat boy thing. But they talk about Bob does sports all the time.
did what was the time where Boomer really banged Perez where they were like it was a tough clip, and Perez, all the power to him. He took it like a fucking champ. He does. Perez is the best at like you when Perez gets banged, he takes it. He turns it into making it even funnier than it already is. But they were like, who's this fat Perez guy or whatever, and then they all like looked him up on the show and they're like, man, he really is fat or something. Like it was one of the worst bang jobs I think I've ever.
Boomer didn't
Well,
know him.
you remember during the fantasy draft this year when he was like controlling the chat and he was just putting up the insults that people were flinging at him. That's the way to handle it, though. That's why I had to get on. That's why I had to get on Dickie Gas about part of the business.
It's part of the business, Richard.
of the business.
Dickie
Gas was
Gas.
not handling it so well.
Wow, I mean,
No.
you're talking about a guy whose temper. He's got a very short temper, Dickie Gas. He's got,
Oh.
we're working on that. We're working on that.
There's guys who
Stop.
just cannot take it, but I appreciate the hell out of people that can really, really wear it. You know what I mean? Perez wears it with something, but Joey D can wear it.
Gotta
Joey
wear
D
it,
takes
man.
it a lot.
Joey D's
You
going
have
to clap back, but he will wear it. He
Yeah,
will wear it.
sometimes he'll take his clap back for sure.
But
sure.
the Joey D clapbacks are so good.
Well, you could. The thing with Joey D too, though, is you
The
can go.
Kick Rocks clapback is like a
Correct.
trademark, one of my favorite clapbacks of all time because it's him. If anyone else said that, I'd be like, that's really
You
fucking
are.
stupid. But I just picture him saying it and it's so
Oh,
funny.
and I think it hits better when it comes from Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Cutsy says account when it comes to the thing with Joey D is you can go at it with Cutsy, like you can really butt heads and get into it with Cutsy. He has an ability to move on faster than anybody I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
you keep it moving.
But
That's
then,
what
like,
you do.
if he has like a bet, he'll be like, oh, he'll be like, "Fuck you, Bob!" Like you piece of like, "Oh my God, Rogers just threw a touchdown."
Yeah. He'll segue. He pivots very
I got
quickly.
ADD. That's part of the problem.
You have ADD, Joe?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure it's I used to be when I was in high school, I went or in college, I went and I got Ritalin. You ever take that stuff?
Yeah. Oh, it's like
Yeah,
Adderall.
Oh
I-
man, when
yeah.
I was on Ritalin, I could write the fucking I could rewrite the fucking manuscripts for I was so dialed in, Michael. It was unbelievable. I could write the Summa Theologica when I was on Ritalin. It was unbelievable.
Did they? Did they have you?
Me on Ritalin, I was the better man, dude.
No, I don't think you were.
Me
Joe.
on Ritalin, I was a better man, dude.
Bro,
What
I
a
could sit
bar,
down
that's
and
a
write my
bar,
I'm gonna
dog.
tweet that.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, it's a tweet, Mr.
Oh, the
Nelson.
Ritalin.
well, you just
The
hone in
Ritalin.
all your focus and everything all of a sudden.
Yes.
It was like a tunnel vision,
But
and I
that
just was
is-
like dialed in.
I was a better man on Ritalin.
You should have seen me, Mikey. I could sit there for hours and just bang. I
No.
did my entire all my
Why?
fucking
Why the Ritalin's a strong. By the way, isn't Ritalin today's Adderall?
Dude,
Well,
this was
I don't
even know if
years
they
and
make
years
Ritalin
ago.
anymore.
No,
I don't
know
think they do.
I think
It's like
I think it's like fucking
Quaaludes.
Quaaludes.
It's
Yeah,
like
you gotta get rid of
Quaaludes.
them.
Yeah, I think they've taken it off the counter.
I was a better man on Ritalin, Mikey.
That is
baby.
the quote of 2024.
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
unreal, man.
My stomach
Bob, you
hurts.
never tried that stuff?
Try to look. I'll tell you this: me on Adderall is not something you want to say.
No.
Yeah, it's
You ever golfed on Adderall, Bob?
Yeah, I like that, but I'm talking screen time on Adderall.
Oh,
my
God.
Oh,
This guy's got to be like the
dude.
Terminator on that.
Oh, bro.
Oh
if
my
you
God.
if you gave me I think if you gave me an unlimited amount of cameos where you gave me an Adderall and you had me log into that Cameo app, I think pound for pound I would be #1 in the world on quality
I mean, you're
cameos.
close now, so it's like it's not really that far off.
Well, quality and quantity would be off the fucking charts.
That'd be like giving a top-notch athlete, like giving him the juice and just watching him fucking roll.
This guy's obsessed with steroids.
Yeah,
lately,
the
man.
juice.
Just talking about the juice. Every fucking now I have every fucking asshole in America fucking commenting on every picture of me. Mikey's on the juice. Mikey's on the
I'm not
juice.
saying now. I'm not saying now. I'm
Dude,
saying
I
back in
was-
the day.
No,
Like, yeah, I don't
dude,
think it's
my-
possible to
Mikey.
get that one picture. Your neck's like
It's
this.
possible.
He looks like Brian Bosworth,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
No wonder.
Oh, the boss.
No wonder he's got the jersey, man. He probably
Love
Oh my
Boz, bro.
You
I've
got to
seen-
get that picture, Bob. I think somebody has it. The one
Oh,
of him.
I
You know
have
the
it.
one.
Oh,
Bob, you know the one.
Yeah.
Mikey, you were a fucking pinnacle of fitness.
Are you guys listen? I'm gonna send you. I gotta send you guys. I'm gonna send you guys some
You
stuff.
were shredded.
What do
I'm
you
gonna
mean?
send you
you're gonna-
guys some sups. I got
Juice?
some supplements. No, dude, like
juice?
regular, like some protein. I want you guys to try
Yeah,
some
I'll
protein,
try.
some pre-workout stuff like
All
that.
right. Yeah. Send some subs. You could also send
The
juice.
pre-workout, it gets
I'm not
it
sending
gets
you juice,
Dude,
Bob.
if we
Bob,
all-
you're going on the juice.
No, but if the Burnley Dumb Show went on steroids at the same time, if
Could you imagine?
if we
Bro,
showed
could
up,
you
week
imagine
by
Jet
week-
on steroids? How angry he would be.
Oh no,
He's
dude.
angry.
Oh, he'd
now.
kill somebody.
Does
Bro.
it make your dick smaller, Mikey? Is that real?
I wouldn't know, Bob, because
No,
I'm not
I
on
know,
steroids. You know what I'm saying?
I
I think it's. I believe
Shrivels
it
up your
shrinks your
balls, Bob.
testicles, Bob. Yes, it's not the
Oh,
dick; it's the testes.
Is it really?
That's
well,
from,
Jet-
from my understanding. Yes.
Apparently, Jet's got huge balls, so he could
Oh.
afford
Is that right?
Yeah,
Got
huge.
some
that
big
like if
old
that's a-
Jewish balls.
Yeah, he said lengthy's average, but he said his balls are just huge.
He's like that. He's like, you ever see that clip of that farm animal, the pig that just was swaying back and forth, and the balls are just
No.
swaying
No,
down. his
I know,
ankles?
I know what he. I know
God
he
knows
used
the
to get 'em.
one.
Yeah.
There's this hog, Michael, and the
I
balls
bet-
are
yeah, I
down to
bet.
its ankles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jets-
I gotta find the
No,
video.
no,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jets
I
just
gotta-
walking
I
walking
gotta
around with a
find-
gigantic coin purse between his legs. He's
Yeah,
just
it's
fucking
huge.
just loaded.
He's notorious for having huge balls.
Yeah, I tell you
Oh,
what,
here's
it's
a
got to
clip.
be. He's
Here's
got to
a
be.
clip. You ready?
This
Look at
guy.
this thing. Holy. Oh, big ball, big yabbin. Oh, big
Oh, the
ball
Jets-
south
the
of the
Jetsticles.
Mississippi.
Oh, look at the testes.
Oh, the
Oh.
Jetsies.
Jetsicles.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God, big
The
ball
passion.
Benjamin. That is
Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
It
Jet's
would
not
be-
going to be happy about this. He's going to be
I-
pissed, and
I
I have
would
nothing.
be.
I have
Ricochets.
nothing. By the way, I have nothing to do with this. I don't need him on my.
He
I
takes a
don't need
lot
to
of
be on his
ricochet
bad
shots.
side.
He's been happy lately.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but
good.
And you just
You
got a
know.
nice little baggie with the 5-hour energy. You see that?
You actually don't need.
No, you see his ad on his. It was
I
awesome.
did. I did.
You
I did.
actually do not need any sort of steroids or anything like that. You could do it the right way, the natural way, and that's the one, the only AG1. If there's one product that I trust to support my whole body health, gut health, you see me drinking it on the show all the time. You see Mikey V with it. You see Joey V with it. It's AG1. And that's why we've partnered with them for so long. All you got to do is pour the pouch in. I just do just one of those cupfuls. They have the little, what do they call the little spoon inside the package, Michael?
The scoop.
The scoop.
The scoop, and then you score.
Yeah, you put one scoop in there, you mix it with water, shake it up. It's tremendous, but they also got the multivitamins as well. Start your journey with AG1. It is an absolute win. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/dumb. That's drinkag1/dumb. Check it out. You can't go wrong. Phenomenal product. Side note, as I said, if we just all started juicing at the same time to watch us come on to the show week by
Oh
week,
my God, Mikey and I would try to kill each other.
would be one of the
Oh,
We
funniest things.
would be at each other's throats, I'm sure.
no, I just-
Mikey told Gutsy today that he doesn't know ball. I love that quote. It's always, I love when somebody.
By the
tells
way,
me
Joe,
they don't
did
know
you see?
ball.
Did you see what's his name from the Jets? Sprained MCL.
How?
Oh,
But Mikey,
no, Mikey's a Twitter doctor. I hate it.
He
I
is.
hate
This is
it.
what I said. There's
this
so
has
many
nothing-
people
This
they
has nothing to
see.
do. Whoa. Let me give context before this gets pretzeled. So Thursday night, we're doing a live on the Only Subs Live to watch the bet. And in the third quarter, Moses for the Jets, the right tackle, gets rolled up on. But I see the way he gets hit. And like, if your knee buckles in like that, I've seen it a bunch of times. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional, but I've seen in football games, guys get hit like that and the knee doesn't completely buckle. It just gets pushed in like that. So I said, you know what? He got up on his own power, walked off the field. I go, it's probably just an MCL sprain. I go, that's typical of what that is. It looked like the same thing with Jordan Love. Joe goes, now you're a doctor, Michael? He like went on this big thing about how like, I was like, no, bro, I just know ball. I was like, I
there's
know
so
ball.
many people. I tweeted this before. So many people. They're calling the injury before. Just let the doctors handle it.
Sprained MCL, by the way, confirmed.
But yeah,
It could have been a ruptured fibula. You wouldn't
There-
have known the difference, Mikey.
There are
A broken.
But the naked eye can't know exactly what.
No, you can't know
is.
exactly. My thing was like, I've seen that kind of play before. So I was just guessing as to what I believe it probably was, considering the
good
fact that he
guess.
didn't need to get carted off the field. If he
Mike,
got carted off the field, I would have been like, you don't know, torn ACL, MCL.
Sometimes though, guys can kind of go off on their own power. Rogers
Sometimes.
kind of hobbled off last year, and he had
Oh
ruptured
my
his
God.
Achilles.
By the
that
way,
is true. Sometimes you don't know.
This guy looks like the best quarterback in football.
Oh
Right.
yeah, he really
Yeah, it
does.
was-
He
He's
looks
back.
like the best quarterback in football.
Bob looked really happy. He didn't watch a second of the game the other day, but he looked really happy. We were doing it to put it in
What a
context.
fucking
The-
shot that was.
Bro, the
To put it to
nerve.
context,
Oh,
put it to
you have
context.
some
to put it to
nerve.
context, we were doing a meet and greet. I'm not before you let me finish.
Well, you know what you shouldn't have said what you said.
But Bob, I'll be
Now
honest.
Bob's gonna hear it from every fucking diehard
no.
Jet fan. Oh, Bob doesn't even watch the game.
No, I got to be honest here though.
Oof.
Bob is a fan of the Jets, but if it comes to the Yankees, Bob will watch every second. He's dialed in. He's glued. It's not taking a shot. His fandom of the Yankees is so much superior to his fandom of the Jets, and maybe that's because the Jets have stunk for a long time.
We got
and
a
I'll
pennant
give
to
you
win,
that.
Joe.
But
We got a pennant to win.
first off, I've told you I'm a fake Jets fan.
That's
I've
okay,
said
well,
I was
there you
well
go.
done. But to say that I
You're not
wasn't watching,
You're a fake Jets fan.
He's
I'm a
not a
fake Jet fan.
diehard Jets
Fake
fan,
Jet.
Mikey.
I
I'll be the
don't
first to
believe
tell
that.
you, Mikey. When I was a kid, I was the biggest diehard Saints fan on the
Oh,
face
okay.
of the
all right,
earth.
all right, all right.
I
all
really
right,
am.
all right.
But I'll be the first to tell you. But for Joe to
By
say
the
that,
way, Saints would have served you better. You would have had a Super Bowl already.
well, but Mikey, when they hit
no.
that Super Bowl, I was in high school. I was going nuts. I was the biggest diehard Saint. Any
Oh,
one of
so
my
you weren't a
friends
kid. You were a Saints fan through high school.
through even high school.
Oh.
I'm the first to tell you.
my.
I'm the first to tell you.
That's the old flip flop.
I'm a fake Jets fan. And then I really just started. I was a huge Aaron Brooks fan. And then I really just stuck with the Saints. But as time gone, I just ended up rooting for the Jets so much more because I hated the Giants. So I rooted for the Jets more. But I'll be the first to tell you, I'm a total fake Jets fan. But for Joe to say that, we were in the middle of a meet and greet with
I know.
fans.
I
So
you guys
I'm
gave me
not-
before I finished what I was saying.
Well, but that's a classic take a shot and then say that it's
It
not
wasn't a shot. That's
Right. Right. Say what you want. When we have one of those meet and
Sickest
greets,
things.
I stay very dialed
Yeah,
in.
and
Yeah,
I
you're- yeah.
I
Everybody, I'm-
said we had a meet and greet. I didn't watch half the game either. I didn't see 90% of it.
Almost
But
as
I was
dialed,
more-
almost as dialed in as Perez stays during the meet and greets, Bob. Almost as much.
That's
Top
correct.
to top
That's
to top
correct.
Perez. during
But
the
yeah,
meet.
those people come out to see us, what game or not. I'm very, very now. If there was like a Yankees playoff game, it would be tough for me. But it would be the same thing. Like I would be peeking in, but I give it everything that I have. Into
Would you
that.
guys ever like PVR the game if you had something like that and go back and watch it after?
I think nowadays,
not?
I think
Just
it's
turn-
impossible. I
Put
think
your
it's
phone on
impossible.
air. You put your phone on airplane mode.
it's not. If you could assure me that I could get back to my TV and literally have no idea who won the game, who's winning, then yes. But I
You
think
put
that's
your phone on airplane mode, Bob. Nobody can send you
Joe,
a message.
somebody's gonna say something. The way that people, I'll be questioning the way that people are acting towards me. If the Yankees were in the playoff and they knew I was DVR in the
What?
game, I would question the way that people were acting towards me.
What do you mean the way that people are acting towards?
Like,
Not
I-
everything is about sports. Like some people don't even follow sports.
No, I just would. I would just question it. I mean, Mikey, you said the same thing. You wouldn't do it
Yeah,
either.
no, I mean, my fear would be, I just, even with the phone in airplane mode, I just feel like with today's technology, I just feel like somehow you would find out.
How
know.
though? How? I'm
I don't-
asking you, like
I don't know.
legitimately.
I
If the
don't know.
phone is the one way. If you put the phone on airplane mode, you can't get messages. You can't get notifications. No one can spoil it. You go home, you turn the TV on, and you watch the game.
Joe, I think if there was a Packer game on, I think you would find it very, very.
Yeah, I'm
difficult.
obviously it's not ideal, but I'm saying if that was the difference between
Yeah.
me being able to watch
If-
a big game or not.
I think if I could assure that I would not know the score, then yeah, I definitely would for sure. I just don't think.
I mean, if I'm in a bad spot and I can't even watch the game really on the phone, I'll just like I have found that like if you find a good Twitter account where they're really updating like not play by play but drive by drive or something like that, I could tolerate that. Like I could do that in a
Do
pinch.
people do that?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of accounts that like the reporters and these people like they tweet out like drive by drive results and stuff, big plays, things like that. Not every down, but like enough where you're in like you kind of get an idea of what's going on in the game, even though you can't watch it.
Back to the injury thing, the thing that I actually don't mind for the injuries, you kind of showed me this, Mikey, is there's the doctors that then like certified,
Yeah.
verified
Chow. He's the best.
doctors
Yeah.
that will come out and say what they think it is. That I am okay with.
Oh,
Pro-
yeah,
pro-
they're practicing in the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm giving this guy a free shout out. This guy, Pro Football Doc, who was an NFL team doctor for like 20 something years. He's got a massive Twitter account and he does live reaction to what he believes the injury will be. And he gives like halftime updates and stuff. One of the best follows if you're really into that kind of, you know.
I think
That's
you've
good for
shouted him
fantasy
out
football.
before.
He's good.
Yeah, my
He's really
fantasy
good.
team is dropping like flies.
Yeah, a lot of people are
Yeah.
getting fucked in fantasy. Man.
Holy shit.
I mean, my second quarterback died week 2. So
By the way, how I don't understand how I have McCaffrey. How can this guy look as if he was going to get ready to go and be ready for week 1 and then not just miss like a week or two? The next thing you know, he's out
He's
for
on
4
IR.
games.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
know.
crazy to me.
I know.
Unless they kept it. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think when you get one of those soft tissue injuries like a calf or something or a hamstring, and they try and play you through it and work you through it, you compensate on the other leg or the other side, and then that's what can cause like the Achilles or a really bad injury. And I think that's what's going on with him right now.
I got so much respect.
I don't
for
think he's not going to be
guys.
out for the season though. I mean,
No,
But he's
well, no,
IR
that's
though.
when
That's
he's back.
6-7 weeks.
he's got to miss at least 4. So he's got to miss minimum 4 games. So we'll see.
It's killer. These guys that play like after the weekend, they're probably just so battered. And then
that's why they got to play on a Thursday. Yeah.
I flared up my back again, just taking my bag out of the car the other day. I'm 31.
Got a cold
Yeah.
plunge, Bobby.
Crazy. Yeah, I miss it. I haven't been gone. I've been gone
it's the
for almost a
best.
month. I'm ready
the
to go
best.
home.
So good.
You know?
So good.
All right, let's hop into our buy or sell segment. What did you see that you liked? What did you see that you did not like of the week? Buy or sell, Mikey V, over to you.
I'm going to buy this week. This is maybe centric to only people who, have one, but I am so bought in over the last month on lawn care, man. I am so into my lawn right now. It's actually like, it's so depressing, honestly, in a word or two, because this is like the things that as you get older, like you take pleasure.
Really
and
are
pride
old,
in.
Mikey.
I tell you what though, Joe, my lawn has never looked better. I have the best lawn on the block right now. And I'm very confident in
There's a
saying
lot
that.
of pride in that.
There is, dude. And I went through a whole thing and I got people to come and aerate it and seed it and fertilize it. And then they're like, listen, don't cut this lawn for 2 weeks. Do not touch it. Just leave it and water it twice a day. I've been waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, watering the front and the back lawn, and then watering again at night, half hour each time. My lawn looks like a fucking carpet. It's unfucking believable. I can't say enough about lawn care and how much it means to me right now. It's really important. So I'm buying lawn care. I'm buying lawn care and lawns in general, taking care, maintenance, having pride in your lawn. It's important.
I will say if you have good landscaping, like if you own a house and you have good landscaping, like lawn and like plants and stuff, it definitely
makes the house pop.
Brings the house, the value, the overall, like from the just the visual of the place. It makes the aesthetics, it brings extra added value, a lot of it.
If you did a lawn, like people get enjoyment out of doing their lawns, if they would never do, like you get enjoyment out of doing your lawn. What do these lawn care services charge, you think, Mikey? Like if you did like a monthly
for a cut or for treatments, because I pay for the treatments and it's not that much. It's like $250 for the whole year. But they come
for the whole year.
Yeah. And they have to do like, so they come like 6 or 7 times a year to treat it and do whatever they do when they do that. And then twice a year they aerate it, which is where they like same thing like on a golf course where they, they aerate the greens and shit like that. When they aerate it, they'll dump fertilizer and seed, and then you can't cut it for, they say, minimally 2 weeks because they want the seedlings to get in the ground and pop. And then, but I mean, look at this fucking lawn, dog.
It's a good looking lawn. It's a good looking lawn. Yeah.
Really excited.
Well,
about
also too, when you have the backyard that you have, when you're doing a lot of entertaining, you're going to need a good lawn.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the better the lawn gets, the more you don't want people on the lawn. That's the problem.
Right. Well, it's kind of like
I got a big enough patio, sit on the patio. Don't really go on the lawn.
That's like having nice furniture or something like that. You end up
Kids I don't mind on the lawn because they don't weigh a lot and they're not going to disturb the blades too much. But like if you got guys like me trampling on the lawn, I don't want that because that's something that the blades can't recover.
But what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be rolling around in the lawn?
You know, these people. Yeah, I mean, Bob. You've met
Sometimes it's nice to
You've
go
met
on
some of
the
my
line.
friends. I mean, some of these guys are not small guys. I mean, you get Louis back there. I mean,
You
this
know
guy.
what? I wouldn't want
You wouldn't
Luna
want
Lou
Lou
my
on your
lawn.
grass.
I
No,
wouldn't want him on my lawn.
no,
That's a guy that I would. Luna Lou, by the way, backup quarterback to Joe Flacco,
that's correct. That's
which is one
correct.
of still
In
till this day.
Udell. Yeah,
In
it's
Udell.
wild. That's very wild. Very
That goes. The fact that that flies under the radar is one of the craziest things.
It
to me.
is.
You
It
see
is.
Luna Lou. It's one of the funniest. What a funny human being that guy. By the way, Luna Woodfire Tavern, the official sponsor of the Brilliantly Dumb show. My buy or sell. I hate to do this because I know it's gonna jinx it, and it's gonna jinx it so fast, and I'm gonna
You're
hate
buying the Jets,
doing
dog?
it. What? No, I'm a fake Jet fan. I can't buy
Okay.
them.
Okay.
I'm gonna hate it. I'm buying the Yankees. They look so
Oh.
good right now. They just look so good
You
right
guys have been
now.
back and forth on this team
Yeah.
all freaking year.
They're trending up though, D. They look really, really good, man. It would be, I'm telling you, man, if they make a postseason run, I'm stopping whatever I'm doing, whether it's the World Series. I want to go. I want to do the Audi Club to it if they can. Again, me doing this, I guarantee you they drop 3 of their next 4. But God, it's really, really fun right now to be a Yankee fan.
Thank God Soto didn't get hurt the other night, and he's fine. I was
Yeah.
very nervous because they were sending him for fucking X-rays.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't diagnose it though, Mike.
I didn't see the injury, or I may have put my 2 cents in the ring. But no,
I'm surprised you didn't come out with
didn't
that
see it.
diagnosis.
I see. I would never diagnose a baseball injury because I don't know anything about it. But
Mikey,
I would give an opinion on a football injury. I would.
Were you? My guess would be yes, but were you good at football?
Yeah, I was good.
Were you dominant?
Dominant, like to the point where like I was all state. No, but I did all conference, all division, all county. But
Were
not all.
Did you
state.
ever consider playing in college?
I was supposed to play Division II. And Pace
Wow.
at Pace in
I know Pace University.
Yeah.
I know Pace
Yeah.
University.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you see that picture of you with you see the Joey did where he's got that eye black where he looks like fucking like
yeah.
Brian Urlacher style, just like he's got that monster eye black. Mike, if you could get the picture, I would like the fans to see that. So we'll have 2 pictures. We'll have Mikey V, man
On the
door at
juice.
DJs.
Joe, that's Joe. You can't keep throwing out these accusations. Joe.
I'm joking. You know
Oh,
this.
but you know what it is, Mikey? I've seen you defend things that aren't true, and you come out firing.
What if I defended that's not true, Bob?
When you talk about the juice, you don't have that same fire when defending Joey.
I mean, he was an absolute specimen.
He
Like it
was.
was.
I keep trying to.
I would.
My routine was outrageous, though. I didn't have a wife. I didn't have kids. I was working out 2 hours a day, 7 Tupperware meals a day, supplements, protein. I mean, I was doing insane shit, man. It's a lot. It's
Those
Tupperware,
those Tupperware meals, you mean business. If you see a guy
tilapia with broccoli in a Tupperware,
when a grown man's eating tilapia, you know
it's a problem.
Is that that's a bottom feeder,
dude?
Though,
It's a farm raised shit eating.
Swims in the murky waters, Bob.
I haven't had a tilapia in probably 12 years, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's terrible fish. Now, Chilean sea bass, on the other hand,
that's a beautiful.
That's
fish.
a good fish. Good fish.
That's a fish of someone who's enjoying their life.
That's a good fish.
What about that macadamia encrusted snapper?
It was mahi mahi, Bob. Get it right.
It was the mahi, Bob.
Mikey, would you be pissed? Last thing on, and then I will move on. Would you be pissed if we did the title like Mikey V steroid accusations for the Brilliant title?
I mean, certainly I would be. I don't want my professional reputation tainted, Bob.
But when they tune into the show, they'll find out that you were not on steroids.
Yes.
Yeah, but he doesn't need that.
All right.
The title of last week's show should have been Joey D tackles guy in a suit. That's what it should. The title of last week's show.
But
it was like Welcome to Fight Club or whatever. I said it should have been Joey D tackles man in suit.
Oh yeah, I will say
because people would have just been like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
people are chirping me. By the way, How do you not remember that story? I swear to God, I did not remember that story.
There's
I
a
did
lot of
not remember that.
stories in your defense that you
There's a
have.
ton of stories from the restaurant. I didn't remember that one. I know the one of him slipping, the gambling, the celebrity, some of the celebrity stories. I don't remember the tackling story. I did not.
The slipping one is
Slipping one
so
was
good. By the way, those YouTube numbers, man, I mean, we see it. It really is. There's times where I'll say, "Oh, the show's just doing great," just to kind of keep the momentum going. It's doing the same thing that it's been doing. When I say the show is doing great now, I mean we are really humming, boys. And that's
We're
a
bringing the
big
heat.
credit. Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's a big credit too to the Brilliantly Dumb Show listeners and I think the people getting it around. But yeah, I do think we're bringing the heat as well, which is
People need to share this pod with their friends and their families. They should be saying, listen to this, watch this,
yeah,
go,
yeah.
watch it, listen.
Yo, I don't think I would ever. Someone asked me the other day, like, would you ever start another podcast? Not a prayer in hell, in the sense of podcasts are so diluted now. Like, how many podcasts could there be to where like there's so many podcasts to where like even like saying I have a new podcast now is even tough to do. But
You
I
get
feel
laughed at. You get laughed at now.
yeah,
You're like, oh, you're a jerk.
There
Like,
should not be laughing. Who's doing the laughing?
no, Joe, listen to me. I'm saying like when someone now starts a new podcast, it's like it's almost like it's like taboo now. It's like a joke. It's like people are like, "Oh, you're another jerk off with a microphone that's just going to start a podcast." I feel like that's how people view it now because it's so commonplace and watered down. Like Bob said, people are starting podcasts.
We provide a
about fucking anything.
service. We provide a fun service where it's entertaining. People listen to us at work. Like we're doing good
but
things.
we've been around for a while though.
No,
We've
this
been
has
around
been going on for
right.
5 years.
By the way, when Bob started this, it was like people weren't even doing podcasts hardly. It was like a new thing.
Newer, yes.
I started it pretty early. Yeah.
But that's why it's okay, is what Bob's saying. He's saying,
what if somebody
to start
has
one now? It's like a crowded market. You're late to the party. The dance already started. You're late.
But what if somebody wants to get in and actually has good stories?
That's a different story.
I encourage people to start podcasts.
I'm just not trying to sway people from getting into this.
No,
it's fun. I will say there's not many things I enjoy as much as doing the Brilliantly Dumb Show. I really
Dumb Show is always a good
We
time.
were talking about it the other day. Me and Joe were
Always a
talking
good
about how
time.
much we enjoy doing it. It's literally the best. But yes, it is a watered down market now to where a lot of people suppose will frown upon. Like, it took a lot of heat. I happen to like her. I happen to think she's pretty funny.
Oh, here we go. I know.
Talk to her.
Oh.
She got, if you saw her announcement, she got roasted for, and she probably knew that
she's trying to make the most of her.
They would come.
Who signed her?
Jake Paul. Jake Paul. What do you mean, mine?
Your boy,
my boy.
They ain't gonna make a dime back on that investment. Let me tell you right now. That is money thrown into the well.
But Joe, you just said you wanted to encourage podcasts.
I'm telling people to do what they're passionate about. But these guys signed her for a shit ton of money. They're not getting money back on that. That podcast, I hope I'm wrong. I hope she does very well.
Do you hope you're wrong?
I actually don't want her not to succeed. But I'm telling you what's going to happen. That podcast will be gone in a year's time. It will be wiped off the face of it.
I want to see how many people she had.
I'm sure she's got a lot because she's got a crazy backing. Like the company that's backing it is going to get her a lot of views.
Her first episode had 1.1 million.
There you go.
But then it goes 1.1 million and then 367,000 for the
That's a bad dip. That's a harsh dip. That's
so
800,000 dip right there. That's
with
tough.
That being said, if I logged onto YouTube and saw us with 367,000 views, I would be running.
I just feel like it's just a matter of getting the proper push behind it because the only reason she's got 1.1 million is because of who's backing her. Yeah. That's the only reason why.
No, but no.
We just need a good backing.
Well, she went viral, but I mean, like, even to the degree, like, how many followers does she have? Thank you, Joe. I don't know.
But if it didn't get 1.1 million because Better Media had
it helps.
Well, it helps, but it's not
The
like
tie to Jake Paul, I feel like that's a big deal.
It definitely helps, but if she had come out with the podcast, no matter what, that first episode was going to do a crazy amount of views, no matter whether she was with Better Media or not.
Yeah.
The longevity of it, I think, is different. That they could really help longevity.
They can get her good guests. They can bring people
Yeah.
on.
That's another thing, right?
But I do think if she just dropped the first podcast, it would do great. But
I
then,
still can't believe the Mets let her throw out a first pitch.
Did they really?
I gotta tell you right now,
it was like a huge thing.
They're letting
on
anybody.
military dog night of all
Really?
nights. Yeah, and people were not happy.
Anybody and everybody now can throw the first pitch. It used to be a prestigious thing where it was like an esteemed opportunity where somebody could throw a pitch. Now they're letting any fucking Joe Blow. By the way, I would never turn down an opportunity if I got one, but I would be the first to say I have no business throwing a first pitch at a baseball game.
Right.
I'm a nobody in that sense. It should be, I'd rather see a war veteran or somebody who served the country go up there and throw a first pitch than a girl who said she spits on the you-know-what.
Right. And then you got some other clowns out there throwing out first pitches, and I don't know what their association is.
Been a couple recently, Michael, that I can list that are absolutely not first pitch worthy.
I will say, especially like the Cubs have that history, and like throwing out a Cubs first pitch is like a really, really big one. The Cubs too kind of they'll throw out anybody to do the first pitch.
Well, you know what I think the problem is like there's so many games that it's like, but the thing to me is like, all right, then maybe you don't make a big deal about the first pitch.
You don't need to throw a first pitch every game.
Yeah, maybe you don't. Maybe the first pitch is overrated. Maybe you should sell first pitch, Joe.
Good. Good sell. With that being said, go ahead, Joe. Buy or sell.
As much as I'd like to sell the first pitch, I have to buy. This is no-brainer buyer. Shohei Ohtani. I am not a huge baseball guy. I will be the first to admit it. What this guy is doing, and it's kind of flying under the radar, and it is generational talent that we're witnessing to the point where he might be the best baseball player overall that we have ever witnessed and will witness in our time. The guy is unbelievable, and he's not even pitching this year. Next year, he's going to go back to pitching. It is unbelievable what he's doing, and it's like, he seems like such a down-to-earth, humble guy. Like, you want to root for him. I think it's such an unbelievable story. 50-plus home runs, 50-plus stolen bases, the first time ever in Major League history that a player's done that. And he's just unbelievable. He's unbelievable. So I gotta buy him. I think that it's a no-brainer buy.
That game he had the other day may have been the greatest game in the history of baseball.
6 for 6, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs.
Yeah. That's the best game I've ever seen.
I think it's the best game.
They said he came close to his one double. It came like a few feet away from being a fourth home run as well.
Yeah, it was like it bounced off the top of the wall, I think.
I think it's so much funny. It's so much more fun too I love watching him pitch. And the fact that he's that good, I'm excited next year when he comes back and pitches. It makes it that much more.
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. If I'm the Dodgers, people aren't gonna like this, but I don't even know if I'd let him pitch. I really don't know, because because Father Time is undefeated, and this guy, he's so good at the plate. I just don't know if I'd want to risk it, because he's a good pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. But he's not going to win the Cy Young. He's not going to. I just don't know if the risk is worth the reward there. I don't know.
I'd have to,
especially as the years go by. But Babe Ruth played when guys were drinking fucking beer, smoking cigarettes, eating hot dogs before.
I agree.
So I don't know. I'd be a little concerned.
I think you gotta let him pitch, Mikey, especially when you get into playoff games.
I mean, they're paying him a lot of money. That's a different story. 2 playoffs.
But,
maybe you give him extra rest every rotation. I don't know.
The thing that does bother me a lot with baseball is the way they baby these guys with pitch counts. Granted, there's so many injuries left and right, but you're getting injuries when you're babying these guys. They really baby guys in baseball.
Good to see Cole throw 9 innings yesterday.
Yeah.
That would have been,
that was
Friday. But
Yankees-Dodgers World Series.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, God.
I think the Dodgers
would.
I mean, MLB baseball would. I mean, that's the matchup MLB wants, because the ratings would be I
Oh
mean, they would
my
be
God. West Coast,
astronomical,
East Coast.
astronomical ratings. I mean, yeah, Dodgers, the old Brooklyn Dodgers now against the New York Yankees. I mean,
That would be their dream.
yes,
I
yes, it
would
would.
go to that no matter what was
Well,
going on.
that or I don't know what would draw better. That or if we got another Subway series. I don't know what would draw better in terms of ratings because a Subway series Mets Yankees would
Yeah,
also
but
be
the Dodgers are such a
outrageous.
cherished franchise.
They are, but Subway Series, bro, I'm telling you, that would do insane numbers. Just as much.
Dodgers
I don't know which would do better.
Dodgers fans are amazing too. Dodgers fans over Laker fans, to me, it's not
Oh
even
yeah.
close. The Dodger
They're
fans,
Dodgers is the #1 sport in LA. It's not even close. I think
yeah,
it was Lakers. Yo, the
no.
Latino community loves them some Los
Yeah,
Dodgers.
like the Lakers fans, they'll show up like whenever. They won't show up at like opening tip. Dodger fans, they're in there
Oh,
first pitch, ready to rock. They get to see the first pitch that gets thrown out every single, you know. All right, fellas, let's go on into our top five. Interesting top five. Mikey V, I feel like you weren't too into this top five, and I get
Oh,
it. It's
I'm into it. I just think we're going to be in
depth
no man's
wise.
land very quickly.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel great at all going into this. I do think it's good. I think people will have a lot to say with it, and people have a lot of opinions with it. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough. The committee is going to be tested right out of the gates here. We're going to be doing top five sodas in the game. Here's the question we have to ask each other, fellas. Coke and Pepsi, we're allowing.
You
Yeah,
have to allow
those-
the different
yeah.
brands because if you don't,
Have
we're
to
going to
allow.
get killed. We're going to get killed.
And the
And then-
different flavors.
Yeah, so like we're okay with cherry Coke.
Yeah.
We're okay. It all goes.
Diet zero if you want to do.
Okay, you gotta ask the question. All right, so anything goes with this.
I think you could even get as specific. You don't have to, but I would say you could even get as specific as saying fountain versus bottle. I would say you could even, if you
no,
want to
No,
do
that's
that.
where I draw the line.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Committee's
We're-
spineless.
No, that has
Yeah,
not,
the committee.
we're not good. Now I do agree that some sodas hit different from.
That's what I'm
fountain and bottle.
saying, Bob.
Yeah,
know.
but that makes it too. That's too.
Okay. All right. All right.
I think then you're just getting a little crazy with it. I think
All
it's
right.
good play by the committee.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna take third. I'm gonna take the third pick, and then did Joey D or Mikey have second option?
I don't know. I
came
think
in
Mikey
I
did.
came in second, barely, but yeah.
Mikey, you have second option. Do you want to go second or first?
I'll go first.
And then Joey D is gonna be second. Let's hammer down. Let's fire away. Go time, boys.
Yeah, give me Diet Coke with lemon. Diet Coke with a lemon. This is my #1 overall pick.
Damn, I thought he was gonna go Coke. I gotta go Coke. I gotta go Coca-Cola.
Yeah. All right. Give me Sprite and give me Dr. Pepper.
DP.
I am gonna go with A&W root beer as my next pick.
Okay, over to Mikey V.
Give me cherry Coke
That's a pretty good one.
and give me orange soda.
Damn
type
it!
Now, what type of orange soda are we talking? Do you want to specify?
Fanta.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge. I'm gonna take Orange Crush.
Okay.
That is huge.
All right.
I really don't think it's
Far
going to
less.
be that huge. but, okay.
I mean, Orange Crush is better than Fanta, Michael.
Well, I guess, Joe, if you say so.
All right, give me Mountain Dew. Give me Mountain Dew.
I hate Mountain Dew.
You know what I love is a Mountain Dew Code Red is spectacular. That used to be one of my all-time. I'm taking regular Mountain Dew, but oh God, that's close up there. Give me Mountain Dew, and then Give me Pepsi.
All right, it's me now.
Yep.
I will go with. This is where it gets tough now.
Oh yeah. The deep half of this is tough.
I'll go with 7-Up.
I can't believe Joe betrayed his motherland. Give me the greatest ginger ale on the planet.
Oh, I was going to do that last.
Canada Dry ginger ale.
Wow.
Canada
I didn't
Dry
think
ginger
someone
ale.
was going to take that.
Not going to take it. It's the greatest ginger ale on the face of the
I
earth.
thought I was going to get it on the way back, man. Damn it.
Dude.
Oh,
And
damn
Mikey
Dude.
V's got another one, right?
Yeah, I do. I just need the brand because I forget what the good brand is of it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I was thinking about doubling back with another root beer and going mug root beer, but I'm not. I'm actually going to throw a curveball and I'm going to go A&W cream soda. I'm going to
That's
go
a good
cream
one.
soda, A&W.
A&W to me is the best root beer cream soda combo.
I agree.
Like you have Barks, you have Mug, you have all the. I think A&W pound for pound is the best in both categories. So I think that's a good pick, Michael. Fuck man, I really banged myself. I should have taken that ginger ale. All right, I am going to go with. I'll do a cherry Dr. Pepper.
Good
Cherry
play.
Dr. Pepper.
You ever have the cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper?
That's
Joe?
really good too.
Yeah,
I
it
just think
sure is.
sometimes when you mix too many flavors,
Yeah.
you kind of it's very good. But I think the first time I had cherry Dr. Pepper, I was like, holy shit, this
Who's always got cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper on the gun?
who?
Our girl Wendy. At
Yeah,
the soda station. She's
those new soda stations, by the way.
Oh, they're
you
magnificent.
You can make flavors.
That's
of
a buy.
sodas.
That's a buy.
That is a tremendous
That fountain
soda
machine is a
machine.
buy.
That, by the way,
Big
that
buy.
fountain machine with all those different sodas, whenever I would love to see somebody filling that, like how the back wiring of
Gotta be
I've
that,
seen it.
you know
It's
what I
pretty
mean?
impressive. They had one at the Peninsula, Bob.
Just like all different bags and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the syrup bags and then the
Yeah.
CO2.
But
Yeah.
is it just
They have the
mayhem?
tanks of the CO2, and then they
Yes.
have it's a lot going on, Bob.
When you have that many flavors, it's got to be fucking insane what it
That's
looks like.
why I would
They
want to
have
see.
like strawberry Dr. Pepper. They have like
and not
crazy.
only that, Mikey, you
Crazy.
can mix and match flavors with different things.
Yes,
It's
that's right.
It's
That's right.
one of the more innovative things that we've ever seen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes-
And Wendy's has got them.
Some nice golf courses have that at the turn.
That's nice.
Pretty special.
Like Hillcrest has that.
Oh,
at the
they
turn.
do, Bobby boy.
Oh, it's absolutely unbelievable. I'm gonna go mug. I'm gonna go mug root beer on my 5. And thank God, because after that, I don't know if I had to make another.
There
pick,
was some that I was looking at, like Bob.
Tell you
I
what-
thought you were gonna go Dr. Brown's.
I was close.
Dr.
I was
Brown's
close.
is good. You know what? Stewart's makes an excellent root beer, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
The cactus coolers, those are good too.
nobody put a grape soda.
I looked at
soda's
Orange
big.
Crush Grape was on the cusp. You ever have those Yarritos too? Those are really
Yeah.
good. The
Yeah.
Mexican drinks.
Yep,
They're big
yep,
at Mexican, like taco joints and like stuff
Like
like
they have
that.
the pineapple flavor. Those are really
Yeah,
fucking
you
good.
guys ever fuck with Mr. Pibb? It's basically
Oh,
like
I've had it.
it's
course.
basically like a Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's literally like the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, let's go on and if you can read it off.
I got Diet Coke with lemon at 1. Joe's got Coke. Bob's got Sprite. Those are our first round picks. I got Cherry Coke in the second. Joe has A&W root beer. Bob has Dr. Pepper. Those are second round. Third round, I got Fanta orange soda. Joe's got Orange Crush. Bob had Mountain Dew. Fourth round, I got Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Joe's got 7-Up. Bob's got Pepsi. Last round, A&W cream soda. I got Joe got Cherry Dr. Pepper, and Bob got Mug root beer.
That's
All right.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the sodas, I think people are so particular to what they like that as far as the sodas goes, those could really go any way possible.
Yep.
Joey D, go ahead.
I do think maybe at some point, I liked what Mikey said before. The idea of not putting names associated to the lists could be an interesting play just to tamper with and see.
Fire.
I'm sure like the Brilliantly Dumb Show faithful will be up in arms. I'm sure somebody will have a problem
I think
with it,
that'll
but
be interesting, though. No, I don't think so. I think I think the loyal audience that listens and doesn't just look at the graphic, like the people who actually listen and watch, will be like,
yeah.
I know who this is. And then, other people will have to be like, well, I should probably listen to see.
That's actually interesting because, yeah, you get a lot of people who just vote on the graphic and they don't watch the context.
They don't actually watch the show,
or
right.
don't know, or they vote before they've watched the episode. I think that gets people to want to watch and hear the top five so they know who's who.
That's a committee decision. Let's do that. Bone ticket with the top five. Just throw up the list and throw up so like 1, 2, or 3 of who wins in that slot.
Let's go let's go ABC so people do ABC because if you do 1, 2, 3, people are gonna get the rounds confused. They'll be like, "What the fuck is this?"
ABC.
ABC committee decision.
Wow.
I thought the
Good
committee.
for us. Hey,
It's
committee
a
had a good day.
groundbreaking
Good day for the
moments.
committee.
By the way,
We really bounced back.
Good day for the committee. Yeah. Very
absolutely.
much needed bounce back from the committee.
Absolutely.
All right, fellas. Love you. Appreciate you. That has been another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We will see you next time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.